Today is Saturday, June 19th. I'm standing at what used to be 2229 Airport Road, just to the north of the airport. Safety Technology International is across the street. This was the childhood home of Janet Barber, now Janet Barber Uphold, who has been helping me out a lot by sending me a lot of old pictures. Hers is one of the houses that was removed during the airport expansion. I think it was moved in around 2004. I'm standing on what used to be the driveway. So you used to enter off of Airport Road, and there used to come up the driveway here. There used to be another house over here to the right, which I believe was 2275. So you came up here, and it was kind of a half circle drive in front of the house. You can still see the gravel a little bit. Most of it is grown in, obviously. I'm aimed right at where the house once was, so the circle drive came around like this and kind of looped around this big tree over here. The only reason I know that is because I'm holding old pictures in my hand, so I know what was here. If I'm not mistaken, Janet planted that tree right there, and so there's old pictures of that when it was a lot smaller. If I don't end up posting these on my page, they'll go in my book. I'm going to do a section in the book probably just on homes. So if anybody has old pictures of their homes that have maybe changed dramatically or maybe even are gone now, it would be great to have those. So all these trees that you see over here, I have old pictures of them when they were smaller, and probably going to go in my book. So the half circle drive used to head down here and go back to airport, from what I can tell. In the pictures, and there used to be a house across the street there, and there's still some type of foundation over there. I was going to walk over there and see if I could see anything, but if you look at the old black and white pictures that Janet sent me that I've already posted on Facebook, this is the angle right here that those shots were from. So you see houses across the street back in those old pictures, and the trees that you see off in the distance, that's Jones Road behind there. You could actually see Jones Road in the old pictures because all those trees were either not there or much, much smaller. So yeah, there used to be two houses that sat right here. And then what you're looking at now, that was all Jonquil Street back there in the back. All those houses are gone now, so it's just all grown over. As I explained in an earlier video from the other day, logging companies came in and pretty much took everything, and so now it's all leveled out, and they hydro-seeded it all. You can still see back here some places there's still some dirt, and you can still kind of tell where things were a little bit. There's still some concrete and bricks back here in this area over here, which seems to be maybe a little area in between the two houses. Maybe this is where the yards met, I would imagine, because there's metal poles in the ground, and which leads me to believe that that's where the fencing was, because I know there was fencing back there. I've seen it in the pictures. So this over here was probably, the backyard of either their next door neighbor or the house that came, or the first house that came off of Jonquil. I'm not sure. But there's wood in the ground right here. There's a pole right here, which had to have been a fence pole, I would assume. I don't know what else it could have been. But there's concrete in the ground, still embedded into the ground. So I don't know if this was the foundation for something, maybe a shed or some other small building when it was here. And then there's another pole off in the distance that looked like it definitely could have been near a lot line. But I'm going to walk around a little bit. I'm not going to turn the camera on keep the camera on the whole time, but I'm going to walk around a little bit and see what, if anything, may have been left behind of these old houses or these old properties, just to see if there's bricks, wood, lot corners, anything like that. So I used to be in civil engineering back when I was in college, so I get fascinated by silly things like that, finding lot corners and so on. But yeah, this is what it looks like back here now. What used to be I mean, Jonquil Street's still here, but there's almost nothing here. That house right there across the way, that's the only house besides the 5 back in the back of the road. Somebody's having a graduation party back there right now. Needless to say, there's plenty of parking. So I'm going to walk around for a minute and take a look.